Welcome to the Backup Your Data webinar from Vision Computer Programming Services in regards to the member tracking software and the supporter donation system software. Today we will discuss making backups in order to prevent data loss due to a computer crashing, viruses, or the entire computer being stolen. Please remember that the current data in your database is only as good as your last backup if a computer is stolen or crashes or has viruses. Vision Computer Programming Services offers an off-site web backup service for $75 a year, and this service automatically backs up your data every day, Monday through Friday, to an off-site secure server. The folders for each client are password protected, and the zipped files are also password protected. If you are interested in having peace of mind for pennies a day, please contact our office at 888-425-6964. In order to make regular backups of your member tracking system or your supporter donation system, I recommend that you have a flash drive available. It's the easiest way to put backups off of your computer. If you plug in a flash drive and you click on Start and you click on My Computer, when you're looking at My Computer, you'll see all of your drives. And I know that my flash drive is a J drive. And what I've done here on my flash drive is create a folder for each day of the week, Monday through Friday. Each day of the week, you'll want to back up into that folder, and you can overwrite from the previous week. This way you have 5 days of backup on file. We'll start with the member tracking system. And in the member tracking system, the backup is run in the Procedures section. And there's a button called Backup All Data and Pictures. In here, you will choose where to back the data and standards up. You're going to click on the yellow folder. You'll pick your flash drive, and you'll pick your day of the week. Today is Tuesday, and click OK. You can choose whether to back up the data or the standards and organization information or your pictures. The data in the member tracking system is everything behind the Members button, behind the Attendance calendar, behind the Groups button, behind Activities, Quick Entry, Local Station Settings, and Users, and also the information behind unit information, your procedures, your staff and volunteers, and some of the information in surveys outcome measurement. The Organization Information Standards file is all of the information behind the Organization Information button and part of the information behind surveys and outcome measurements. The part of the information that is in surveys and outcome measurements would be the actual survey name, the sampling times that you've set up for the survey, and the questions that you've set up for the survey would all be part of the standards file. So we're going to perform a backup in the member tracking system. We'll click on the Procedures button. We'll click on Backup All Data and Pictures. And we'll come back here and click on our yellow folder, choose our flash drive for Tuesday, and click OK. You can optionally choose to compress the file. If the data file size is very large, you may want to compress it depending on how much size you have available on your flash drive. This is optional. If I choose the data and the standards organization information and I click on Backup Selected Files to Disk, you're going to get a message that says, reads Verify a disk or other media is ready in the J drive in the Tuesday folder, and press OK. Basically, it's telling you to make sure that you're plugged in to your flash drive. Click OK. The member tracking system will work on making the backup. Basically, all it's doing is making a complete copy of the data and the standards file on the flash drive in that folder. Once the backup is complete, you will get a message that the backup is complete, and you will be able to continue working. As you see, it just takes a minute or two. It is saving the files to the flash drive, and we should get our message here in just a second. Once the data is saved to your flash drive, you'll want to take your flash drive out and take it home with you each night or put it someplace else in your building just in case something happens. And then here's your message, your data and standards backup is complete, and we'll click OK, and then we'll close to the main menu and we're finished with the member tracking backup. If you go to your My Computer screen and you open your removable disk J and you go to Tuesday, you'll see that we have a data and a standards that were backed up. The last time they were used was at 12:14 and 8:55 a.m. for the standards file. Now, if you wanted to compress the file, you would do the same steps, procedures, back up all data and pictures, pick your location, Tuesday, and OK, and let's compress the file. So basically what this is going to do is it's going to take the data and standards files and they're going to zip them together into a zipped file, and it will put the zipped file on the flash drive. So we're going to look at Tuesday's folder, and here you see MTS7 data and standards zip file. And notice the file size difference. The data was 14 meg, the standards is about 1 meg, and the zip file is a little over 2 meg. So depending on the size of information that you have in your member tracking system, the size of your data file, you may want to compress the file. You do not need to do both. The next program we'll talk about is the supporter donation system. In the supporter donation system, the process is similar, but it is different in the fact that the supporter donation system is a Microsoft SQL database, so backups occur a little bit differently. When you click on the supporter donation, you're on the main menu, you're going to click on procedures, and we're going to click on backup database. Now what you'll notice here is that there is some text on the screen. The text does explain basically how it works. A SQL database must be backed up to the same machine that hosts the SQL server, and it can be backed up to any directory on that machine. You cannot back up directly to a flash drive. Once the backup is made, then you can copy the file from your computer over to your flash drive. So the database name for supporter donation is going to be SDS5. That's a standard. And then your backup path can be CSDS backup. I had already made that folder on my C drive. You can put this file anywhere you like on the machine that hosts the SQL server. We're going to click on backup. The file name for the backup is going to be the database name, as it says here in blue text, plus today's date, plus the time, including seconds, with an extension of .bak. So for example, the file name in my example is SDS5 2006 0306 2632. So 15 would be about 3 in the afternoon, .bak. My backup today is named SDS5 2010 08 for August, 10 for the 10th day, at 12:18 p.m. with 16 seconds .bak. If I click OK, the backup is complete. We're finished with the backup for our supporter donation system. Then we're going to again open our My Computer. We'll go to our J drive, and actually we're going to go to our C drive, and we're going to find our SDS backup folder here, and we are going to copy our most current backup. Notice the date and time. I made a backup this morning, and this is the current one that I just made. I'm going to right-click and copy, and then I'm going to scroll back down to my J drive for Tuesday, and I'm going to right-click and paste. Now notice that it does save the file. It does not overwrite this file because it is a different date time. So if you wanted to delete the old file, you may do so off of your flash drive. You want to be mindful of the space available on your flash drive. You can right-click on the J drive or whatever drive letter your flash drive is and choose Properties. It will bring up a window that should tell you how much space is available. The capacity is about a 1 gig. This is about a 1 gig flash drive. We've used about 74 meg, and we have about 889 meg available. So you can very easily see that keeping a week or two's worth of backups is going to be not a problem on a 1 gig flash drive, depending on your file sizes. Once you're finished, you can pull your flash drive and take it home with you, and you're finished with your backups for the day. If there are any questions regarding the backup, if you ever question whether or not you're actually backing up the correct files, we encourage you to please give us a call or email us, and we will be happy to work with you to walk through the steps to make sure that your backup is occurring properly. Our number at the office is 888-425-6964. We are open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And our emails are Nicole, Nicole, D as in David, at visioncps.com, or Veronica, Veronic, P as in Peter, at visioncps.com. And there are a variety of other emails, but those two will get you to the people that would be happy to help with making backups. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. Our number is 888-425-6964. Thank you very much, and we hope that you are making